guys, it's Jen with Cards Zen by Jen. My name is Jennifer Blaszak. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of Central PA. I am so glad that you are joining me today for another Manic Monday 5-minute card. I am a little late getting this one out. I apologize, so it's going to be more of a Monday night Manic Monday 5-minute card. Things were a little bit chaotic today, but here's the players in the game today. We are going to be using the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp. This stamp has loads of beautiful sentiments. You can use it for your weddings. You can use it for birthdays, sympathy, just really honestly, these two, any reason to send a card, absolutely. It is so easy to use. It pairs with the the Hexagon Punch. Here's the Hexagon Punch. If it is currently unavailable, it is sold out. They are bringing it back. My understanding is it is coming back maybe in a couple of weeks. We just need to get the supplies. So if you are looking for this and it is showing unavailable, please let me know. I will be happy to keep an eye out for it and let you know whenever it comes back in. But it makes card making so simple and easy. I absolutely love it. I use it a lot, and not just with this stamp set, but with multiple stamp sets. Some of my favorite sentiment stamp sets right now. So if you have limited space or you have limited budget and you are looking for stamp sets that have really nice sentiments on them, so that you can just put paper on your card, do a sentiment, and you're done. The Throughout the Year has some wonderful sentiments. I really like this. You mean so much to me. And this does fit in the hexagon. It does fit on the Hexagon Punch. So this You Mean So Much to Me fits on that Hexagon Punch. The So Sincere has some really beautiful sentiments. Knowing you brings joy to my heart. Just love spending time with you. I really like this one. I think I'm going to use this for some graduation cards. I know that sounds kind of strange, but be grateful for what you have. Be proud of who you are. I think that's a good message for a lot of our graduates this year. So I'm going to use that. My other favorite is Wonderful Thoughts. These are a little more, they have the script, but these are a little bit smaller. They work a lot better really for the inside of your cards, but they would do great on that Hexagon Punch as well. But if you're looking for some sentiment stamps, those are my go-tos. But again, for today, we're using the Heartfelt Hexagon. We are using the Hexagon Punch. We are using the Bow Punch. We're going to be using the Layering Florals 3D Embossing Folder. This baby is really doing all of the work for us today. I love this. It is so beautiful. We are also, for our stamping pads, we are using the Shaded Spruce and Berry Burst, and we're using two of the brand new in colors today. We are using Pretty in Pink and Shy Shamrock. So let's start by getting the paper. Our card base today is going to be the Pretty in Pink. So this is cut to 5.5 by 8.5, and we are just going to grab my bone folder here. We're going to fold this over, give it a nice crease. Again, this is going to be a quick and easy card so that you can replicate many of these. And there, our card base is done. So we also have a piece of basic white. The basic white is 4 by 5.25. And then I have the Shy Shamrock, and the Shy Shamrock is simply 1/8 of an inch bigger than this. Don't make me do the math right now. I promise I will have it on my blog for you. But it really truly has been a Monday and I can't do the math right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to emboss. This is called dry embossing. We are going to emboss our basic white piece of paper. So let me move some of these other things out of the way so that I can bring my embossing machine up here on my counter. Let me see here. I need to use the big one. I need to use the big one because if you notice, the new embossing folders are wider. They do not fit in the mini. You will need to use a big embossing machine to be able to emboss with these. This is also known as a 3D embossing folder. That means that it is actually thicker than the regular embossing folders. So with this, you'll want to use your base plate. You do not use the shim. So the shim, this really thin one right here, we don't need to use that because this folder is so thick. All that we're gonna do is we are going to take our embossing folder, put your paper into the embossing folder. It really doesn't matter where you put it. There's flowers all over this. It's gonna come out beautiful no matter what you do. Always, 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 whenever you insert this and you run it through your embossing machine, you always want to have the hinge first. If you do not do the hinge first, you will mess up your embossing folder. Don't ask me how I know. All right, so we're just gonna roll it right through. I apologize if I shake the camera a little bit. I'm so sorry. All right, so let's show you this. Look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It gives such a beautiful raised image. It is just, you could use the front or the back of this paper. It is both just as beautiful. But while I have this out, I'm going to show you one more thing. I want you to take the envelope because we're going to do this a little stepped up. I want you to take the envelope, and what I want to do is we are going to emboss just the flap of the envelope. So to do that, you're just going to put the flat portion, I can see that, the flat portion is going to go, and the rest of it's just going to hang out. Hanging out, doing nothing. It's all good. You're going to put your specialty gray on and just roll it right through. Again, I apologize for the shimmy and the shake. No extra charge for that, you know. All right, so there is what that did to the flap of our envelope. Isn't it gorgeous? That would be so beautiful to give as a wedding, like a wedding card. It's beautiful. That's just gorgeous. And there you go. Let's put this away. All right. We are done with our embossing folder. So we're just going to put that to the side. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to bring out our punches. What did I do with my punch? There it is. So let's bring back out that bow punch. Not sure if it's called bow. To me, bow is B-O-W. I don't know. But let's just do some of the greenery in our Shy Shamrock. And then we are going to also do some greenery out of, I have a scrap piece of shaded spruce. I am a scrapbooker at heart, so I keep my scraps of cardstock. I know. Sometimes I'm getting to the point where I have too much, and every once in a while I will do a purge and I will throw them away. But it just makes me feel better to be able to utilize scraps for something like this than to cut a brand new sheet of paper. Now, let me also tell you, when I cut a brand new sheet of paper, the first thing that I do, if I have to cut into, let's say, a brand new sheet of, let me just grab something out of here. This is Petal Pink. If I do need a piece of Petal Pink and I do not have a scrap of it, when I cut into this full piece of paper, the first thing that I do is I cut it at the 5.5. So I cut it 5.5 by 8.5, and I take this piece and I put it into a special basket because I can use that piece for a card base. And then that leaves me this whole other side to use for my scraps. So that's just my trick of the trade there. That way I don't have these huge pieces of scraps running around. All right, so we embossed our basic white paper. And now we are going to pull out one of our mini blending brushes. I'm going to bring out this Pretty in Pink. And we are going to ink this up a little bit. I usually have a piece of scrap paper underneath here, and I did not bring one out. So we're just going to use this. Just going to use this. There, we'll use this scrap piece. Whenever you're using your blending brushes, always start off on a scrap piece before you bring it to the page that you're working on, because it will tend to come off a little harsh at first, and you just want to kind of get the harshness off of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, in circular motion, I'm going to apply the Pretty in Pink to my larger flowers. So you'll see on here, you've got larger flowers here, 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 and here. So we're just going to apply, you're just applying a little bit of color. It doesn't have to be anything outrageous. We're just going to apply a little bit of color. Go to the left, go to the right. Whenever you're doing your circular motions, especially whenever you have a raised image that's this raised, that way you get both sides. Do a little bit here. See how quickly this happens? You can do more if you want. If you want to take other colors and you want to do, like, there's little other flowers here. If you want to take like a sponge dauber, or you want to take something else and do like some yellows or some greens along the where the leaves are, you can certainly do that. But again, for this card, a little bit goes a long way. I'm gonna do a little bit more up here, maybe a little bit right on this edge. And oops, go off first. Just wanted a little bit more on that big one right there. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done. How fast was that? We are going to put away our Pretty in Pink. We are going to bring in our Shaded Spruce and Berry Burst. We are going to go back to our piece of white paper here. And out of the Heartfelt Hexagon, we are grabbing, let me see which one I decided to use. We are going to grab the Boulder outline, and I already have that on my acrylic block. I am also going to grab the, what do I want to use today? I'm going to grab the Mr. and Mrs. I'm going to grab the Mr. and Mrs. Lots of weddings coming up soon here, so may as well just get busy with that, right? So I'm going to ink up in my Shaded Spruce, and I'm going to apply that to my basic white. I am going to ink up my Mr. and Mrs. And we're going to put that in the Berry Burst. And I hope I'm not going completely off screen here. Let's push up a little bit. Sorry about that. And let's do that this way. Honestly, for that one, you can do it this way. You can turn it and do it this way. Whatever you want to do. It does not matter. Whatever you want to do. Let's clean that off. And set that aside. I am known for making messes. So what did I do with my Heartfelt Hexagon punch? When you're using your punches, the paper goes in. You want to turn it over so that you're looking at the metal portion of it. And your paper goes in the side. Line it up. I apologize if you heard my dog barking. I'm not sure what she's barking at, but I'm sure it's nothing. Now she's going to come in my room and she's going to groan. So her daddy is not home right now, and I think she is just protesting. All right, so we are ready to set these aside. And let's start putting this together. I want to put some ribbon on this. What are you thinking? I want to put some ribbon on this. I could use that just white. I could apply that just white, or the other thing that I can do, I'm going to reach back here because somewhere I have, is it this one? The Pretty in Pink Stampin' Blends. Did you know that you can take any of your white ribbon and use your alcohol markers to apply color? Did you know? Huh. So I'm going to ink this up. Let me grab a piece of, to do that though, I really am going to make a mess. So I'm going to grab a piece of larger scrap paper because I don't want to get that all over my wood board. Let's set this aside for just a second. Let's cut the ribbon. I'm just going to cut a piece that's about this big. What's going to happen is that ribbon is going to wrap right around just like that, but we're going to apply some color to it. So take out your alcohol marker and you're just going to apply color just like that. It usually dries pretty fast. You're seeing, whenever you see that reflection, it almost, to me, it almost looks yellow, but you're seeing the gold that's in, you're seeing the gold. This is the iridescent ribbon, by the way. This is the iridescent ribbon. It's still available. It is a 1/2 inch wide, but it's really nice because you can use your alcohol markers and make this any color that you need it to be. I love things that are versatile. All right, so give that a second to dry. Just give it one more moment here. Can get rid of that. And let's bring in our card base and our matting. So now that we have, oops, let's move this up. I am really a mess today, aren't I? We are going to grab the mini glue dots. When you are sticking down ribbon, mini glue dots are your friend. So I'm going to pull this one off. I cut that one in half for a smaller project. So what I like to do is I like to grab, it's really hard to see them, the mini glue dots, they are clear. And sometimes what I like to do is just grab, tear the piece that has a glue dot on it. I stick it down and pull back up. Grab the other piece. This is a lot easier for me than it is to try to do this while I'm holding on to the roll. So I can line this up, make sure that I have it somewhat even. Oops, didn't press hard enough on that one. There you go. Throw away my backings. So now I have a glue dot here and a glue dot there. I'm going to take my ribbon and we are going to press into the ribbon. Come around to the other side. This is on the back of your paper now. There you go. Press in. Voila. We're good. We're good. It does appear orangish when you're looking at it with the light because of how that gold reflects in there, but whenever you're looking at it sideways, it appears more pink. So I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to bring in our glue. I like using the Tombow glue because it gives me just a little bit more wiggle room. I don't have to be quite as exact as you do whenever you're using the tape runners. And then what I'm doing is I'm eyeballing each corner, making sure that I'm even over here on the left-hand side. If I'm even there, then I will be even on the right-hand side. And put that down and press it in. Now we are going to put glue on the back of our Shy Shamrock. It's a really pretty color. I'm impressed with the in colors that they came out with for this year, for 2024 to 2026. Really pretty colors. All right, mat that. We are almost done. We are almost done. So now I want to just go ahead and we're going to tuck some foliage in here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back, a little bit of glue on the back. I'm going to put that one here. All right. Do this again. I like to do the darker ones in the back. I don't know why. Maybe in my head it's just a matter of shading. I'm not quite sure, but you can do it any way you want to. All right, and now we're going to bring in our dimensionals. Oops, I don't need my mini ones. I need my bigger ones. Okay. So I'm going to bring in the dimensionals, getting to the bottom of my dimensionals. So I'm just going to snip some pieces. When you get to the edge, don't throw it away. Please don't throw it away. Snip them up, use them. Peel off the backing, throw them on the floor. That way when your husband comes in, he knows that you've been working all day. And there you have it. So to finish off the inside of this card, I'm not going to finish the inside of the card right now because I really don't know what I'm going to use it for. So I don't know exactly what I want it to say on the inside. But look at how easy just using some blending brushes and using your tools, using your punches, really creates a quick and easy card. Again, we use the heartfelt hexagon and the hexagon punch, whatever I did with it. Oh, there it is. The hexagon punch, as well as that bow punch that are still offered. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you are in need of a Mother's Day card, by the way, the Happy Mother's Day in the perennial postage and the Happy Mother's Day, if you happen to get the heartfelt hellos from Celebration, if you happen to get that Happy Mother's Day fits perfectly in that and will look beautiful on the front of this card. So I hope you had a great day and enjoy your 5-minute card, and I hope you are stamping back with me soon. Have a great day.